Hello and welcome to Naturaledy's Virtual Lightfair. We decided it'd be safer for our customers and our staff if we participated virtually this year. But don't worry, our resident expert Frank Grobmeyer is here to go through all the details of our new products. So stay tuned, our Natural LED Virtual Lightfair is just getting started. Hey Frank, it's good to see you. Welcome to the Virtual Lightfair.
It's good to be here. I'm really happy to be able to show some product today and obviously to get to talk to you again.
I know. I always enjoy our time together on Zoom. So it's a bummer that we're not at Lightfair. Tell me a little bit about Lightfair and what's so great about Lightfair in general for the lighting guys.
Well, yeah, it is a bummer because, a lot of people think Lightfair is just a, it's a business trade show, and it is. Lightfair definitely churns the wheels of progress here in the lighting industry. But as an old timer in this business, and a lot of my colleagues who are old timers, we love getting together at Lightfair because it gives us a chance to, to talk a little about things that are going on, share stories. We built relationships over the years, so it really is not just a place to build business relationships. We built a lot of personal relationships. So it's a total bummer not being able to be live with people this year, but and especially in New York in the fall, which is beautiful. But I'm looking forward to sweating my pants off in Vegas in June of next year, where Lightfair 2022 is, and I'm really looking forward to seeing everybody again.
Absolutely. And I would have been there too with you. So I'm bummed out I don't get to see you, but that's okay. We're going to be here today and we're going to show all of our customers what we have in store for them. So it looks like you got a linear high bay on the table there. What can you tell me about this fixture?
Oh, well, and I'm glad we're starting off with the linear high bay, because I got to tell you, this is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, new product that we've added to the line in the past few months. It is, I'm showing a 2x2 here, but we have a 4-foot as well. And I won't blind our viewers by showing them, but it's a very robust, beautiful light distribution, very robust fixture. But one of the things that I love about Natural LED and the Natural LED products is not only do they build a very durable, robust fixture, they add a lot of features that, a lot of the competitive fixtures on the market don't. And that's a definite pat on the back to our designers, because in addition to the features they build in for a user, they build in features for an installer to make it easy to install. And they have a ton of accessories, which is really cool about this product is, we've got everything from, it comes with a chain mount kit, which is the most common mounting for a linear high bay, but we have pendant mount kits, yoke mount kits. We have wire guards for gymnasium fixtures. So when the tennis balls and the basketballs hit the fixture, you're not going to get any damage.
So Frank, what are some of the features that are really key to this linear high bay that sets it apart from others in the market?
Great question. Well, first and foremost, I'm showing the 2-foot fixture, but the 4-foot fixture goes up to 300 watts. So you'll be able to replace up to 1,000 watt, 1,200 watt metal halide system with this. And that in and of itself is outstanding. But then when you add to the fact that it's super lightweight, so it's easy to carry up a ladder or in a bucket truck or a scissor lift. And once you get up there, it's a very simple thing, but it makes a huge difference. Is it has a built-in level on it. So it's real easy to level it, whether you're using chain mounts or pendant mounts. Chain mounts especially, sometimes you get off center and off plumb, and then you're not going to get an even light distribution. But this one has a built-in level, and it just stays up there on the fixture. So that's a big benefit. Another huge benefit of this particular model compared to others is on most linear high bays, you see when they put a motion sensor onto the fixture, it's always an added accessory off to the side. So it's it's susceptible to breakage. Now, the natural LED linear high bay has 3 knockouts on the front. I understand it's a little hard to see probably on Zoom, but there's 3 different size knockouts for different size sensors or control gear that's going to go in here. But it's real simple. It's right on the face of the fixture, and it's a seamless integration. The other nice thing about it, I've already taken the screw out to show you the back, the inside kind of guts of the thing, is inside here, inside panel, all of it is pre-wired into this little access plate. The nice thing is the cord won't pull out. They're all pre-wired. The other great thing is it's all pre-wired for low volt as well. So if you're putting any accessories, low volt accessories into this fixture, it's all pre-wired. You don't have to go search for the wires and wire them up yourselves. It's all pre-wired for low voltage accessories. And speaking of accessories, if you're putting any kind of emergency battery backups or any kind of sensor controls inside here, it has a 5-inch wide channel. Most of the linear high bay fixtures are 3-inch wide channels. That makes it really hard to jam all kinds of accessories in there. This makes it real easy. You take this back plate off and you've got plenty of room to work, plenty of room to install. The natural LED linear high bay mount has these clevis hooks on them. So you could just put it right in, and you can secure the chain. You could with the clevis hook, and once it's up there in the ceiling, it's not going to shake. It's not going to fall out. It's not going to come tumbling down. And a lot of the competitive fixtures on the market, they just use simple hooks. And while they probably will stay if there's no vibration or shaking of the building, and as you know, a lot of industrial applications, the building shakes. Especially
I would not want that falling on my head.
So that was a great question, and sorry for the long-winded answer, but it's I am so excited about this fixture.
I can tell you got a light in your eye. You're super excited. I have a question here from a viewer. Kevin from Oshio wants to know, are these fixtures good for incorporating controls, and does Natural LED have their own controls?
Great question. And Kevin, I know you ask me all the time about controls, but we never talked about controls on this particular one. Yes, this does utilize controls. Let me back up. Natural LED has a little bit different philosophy than some of the other manufacturers on the market when it comes to controls. We believe that there's no one-size-fits-all solution for controls in LED fixtures. Some work better with others. Some are more compatible. Some are not compatible with others. So what Natural LED does is they find the right control solution that matches with the right product. So some products we may recommend and package together avian controls. Some we might do synapse controls. Some we might do Lutron. You know, we find the right control solution based on the application and the fixture. This particular one, as well as a vast majority of our fixtures on the market today, are able to use control gear. They're all wired and ready to go for the addition of controls. But we recommend a certain control with a certain product.
No, that makes total sense. That makes Kevin, every once in a while, Kevin comes up with a good one. I do have another question here from Derek, who's an electrical engineering student. So thanks, Derek, for getting out and becoming an engineer in lighting. He says, what kind of applications would you use a chain mount versus a pendant mount or even a surface mount? So how are these decided in the field?
Wow, that's another good question. And it's one I'm going to be a little stumped on answering just because it really depends on the application. You know, these are used a lot in retrofit solutions. So a lot of it is going to depend on what existing type of fixture you have up there and what the mount is that is easiest and best to use. chain mount is by far the most common mount, but there are pendant mounts. There are occasionally, like you mentioned, Meredith, some flush mounts being used.
Todd from Toronto wants to know if these are available in 347 volt.
Yes, yes, they are available in 347 volt. The 120 to 277 volt models come from 100 watt to 300 watt, and the 347 volt come from 100. Oh, they're also 100 to 300. Had to check my notes.
You don't have everything memorized, Frank? Come on.
No. No, I don't remember what I have for breakfast.
All right, well, that's great. I love the linear high bay. What is next on the docket?
Next, we're going to take a look at our, as long as we're in the high bay field, we're going to look at our UFO, our round high bays that are IP66 rated. And by the way, with that in mind, I did want to mention that these are also suitable for damp locations. These linears, they are also IP66 rated.
All right, let's take a look. So Frank, we're now looking at the round high bay. What do we like about the round high bay?
I was excited about the linear high bay, but I'm also equally as excited about the round high bay. It obviously it has that round high bay UFO design. It has an adjustable hook mount, which is nice depending on what the application is and how you need to mount it. It has a very long whip power cord that comes with it, which makes it real easy to install. You can even put it on the ground of your bucket truck and still have plenty of room to wire it up. I have it wired up to a power cord now so I could light it up, but it would hardwire into your power supply. So it is IP66 rated, and I get a lot of questions all the time that, why would you need an IP66 rated round high bay like this? Well, a lot of times, some of these are close to dock doors and warehouses that get splashed. A lot of times, these are used in agricultural applications. So poultry barns and hog farms, where it's really important to get really dirty to just be able to take a pressure washer and spray them off. It also protects against water ingress and dust and things of that nature. It replaces up to a traditional 1,000 watt metal halide lamp. They're available in 100 watt, 100 watt, 150 watt, and 200 watt. Depending on the size or the wattage, it goes from an 11-inch to a 13-inch to a 15-inch diameter. And there, I know this is nowhere near a 15-inch diameter.
I've heard about men and their sizes.
One thing I want to mention too about, I mentioned it before about natural LED and always building the accessories out on these. This comes, I don't have them handy with me, but they come with optional accessories such as polycarbonate refractors. For some of the retail applications, they want different lenses. So it also comes with different lenses. And my favorite part of this is this little piece in the middle, this little plastic cap can be removed, and you can add your sensors or controls, which are available from Natural LED, right into the face of that. So for motion sensors, and it even comes with this cool handy dandy wireless control system. I'll try to do this without blinding everybody, but with the wireless control, you can turn it on and off. You could dim it. You could set scenes. It has a variety of different cool features, and I feel purely angelic. But I'm gonna not blind everybody, but those were some of the cool features. As I said, it is available in 3 different wattages, 1 color temperature, 5000 K, which is pretty much what everybody's using in UFO high bays today.
I do have a question here from Raphael from Miami. He wants to know if we have IES files on these fixtures.
Yes, another great question. We have IES files on this fixture, all the, a lot of our fixtures, I think it's the vast majority of our fixtures, if not all of our fixtures, have IES files. They're all available for download right on our website, which is really nice. And so if you're doing your own lighting layouts or you have to send them to a designer to do them, the IES files are downloadable right from the website, and they'll be able to import them and use them for their layouts. The other nice thing is Natural LED also offers lighting layouts for its customers, and that's really important for a lot of people to have this service. We have in-house lighting designers, so we can turn around with some basic information about the application, the wattage, the height of the ceiling. We can turn around and do a nice, real nice AIG32 lighting layout for you for your project.
Is this not something that a lot of companies or manufacturers provide is lighting layout services?
Some of them do. Some manufacturers offer lighting services like that, design services. Some of them have a lighting design feature on their website to do just basic rudimentary layouts. But ours is a full lighting layout that we provide our customers, and we will be able to designate how many fixtures you'll need to get what kind of foot candles at what levels, and we'll work that all out in a full package for you.
All right, what's up next? I'm excited. I love the round high bay, but what's the next fixture on deck?
All right, well, we're going to move to, well, let's call this the transition fixture, because I didn't really know where to put it. If I put it in the outdoor fixtures, I put it in the indoor fixtures. It's a vapor tight. It's our new vapor tight. It's actually not even on the market yet. It'll be available in November. And it is a, let's just call it it's our vapor tight on steroids. And I'm going to go in and show you why that is in just a second.
So Frank, what are we looking at now?
We're going to take a look at our brand new vapor tight fixture. It's going to be available in November, and we already had, in my opinion, one of the best, if not the best, vapor tight fixtures on the market. Incredible silicone gasket, very water and dust proof. So how do you make it better? Well, I think I mentioned earlier about how Natural LED tries to have these little details that make it better for an installer, better for a distributor, better for a user. One of the things that our engineers heard and our salespeople heard in the field feedback was the versatility of the fixture. They wanted to make it more versatile, especially for a distributor to stock and be able to stock, for a contractor to be able to keep one on his truck or two on his truck and not have to worry about the different wattages. So we've made our vapor type fixture have an adjustable color temperature and adjustable output. So, I mean, just think about a distributor. I mean, they used to have to stock, 3,000K, 4,000K, 5,000K of this model and this wattage, and then another wattage with that color temperatures. So we built it all into one fixture. So we made, to me, now you can have your cake and eat it too. You can have the best vapor type fixture on the market and the ease of being able to stock one or two types of fixtures. It does come in 2 foot, 4 foot, and 8 foot length, which is a big deal. Now, there's a lot of need for 8 foot vapor type fixtures, especially in parking garages, and even some stairwells, with the long sloped ceilings, you need a long 8 foot fixture. So if you'll indulge me a minute, I can even show you now. I've made my job a little easier. I've taken the clips off and everything already. So I don't have to spend 5 minutes unclipping all the clips. But one of the features that we constantly heard from installers that they absolutely love in our vapor type is the hang feature on the install. So you're able to mount the top. I'll try to do this, use the zoom top as my ceiling. You mount it to the ceiling and have it just hang, have the LED strip hang so they can get the fixture all hung and wired up. The other cool thing that we've done for the installers is a lot of times, even if they do come apart, they're very short lengths of wire. These have very long lengths of wire to clip together. So you can literally hang this thing in the ceiling and be able to do your install and then clip it together and be able to wire it up. I'm going to adjust the output now. So you've got your lowest wattage, your middle wattage, and your higher wattage. This particular one is a 30, 45 watt, and a 60 watt fixture. Now I have it set at the, I believe it's the 3500K color temperature, 4000K, 5000K. All with the dip switches. Very easy. You set what you want, set the output, set the color temperature, seal it up, and you've got one of the best, most robust vapor-tight fixtures on the market today.
So how easy would it be, say that you get it installed and a customer says it doesn't match what I have, or maybe they want to make a change and go back in and swap either the wattage output or maybe the color temperature in the field? How easy is it to go back in?
It's actually very easy. The hardest part is the clips, because there's so many clips to keep it, give it that real vapor tight seal. So that's the hardest part. Once those clips are done, that fixture will just hang down. You adjust the dip switches, seal it back up, and close it. And that is a good question, because sometimes, you know, an installer will put one in and it won't match, especially if they're if they're mixing and matching LED vapor tights with fluorescent vapor tights, the colors won't match. So they might need to change the dip switches and seal it up. I'm going to unplug this for a minute because I look much better in the light.
It's so nice to see you again, although it was a romantic soft glow, I will say.
Well, thank you. I look better in the dark.
I think we all at this age look better in the dark.
I see a lot of companies, they come out with, you know, new fixtures constantly, and they have this huge basket of new products, and somebody might look at this and say, they have 3 new indoor fixtures since the last time we talked. I'll tell you what, we really make the most of the advancements that we put into these fixtures. So I'm really proud of what fixtures we have.
I did have an interesting question here from Ted out of Memphis. He wondered if HIDs are going away anytime soon.
LED fixtures have been taking over HID fixtures for probably 10, 15 years now. HID fixtures have slowly been declining. Now, I will tell you that over the past 5 years, there's been a rapid decline based on the new technologies. Everybody wants to save energy. Everybody wants to have a good lighted environment. So the LEDs are taking over metal, especially the metal halide market today. I will say, though, there are still a lot of HID fixtures still out there in the market that are still being serviced by a lot of lighting management companies. And I mean, that's good and bad for us. We are the largest Natural LED's parent company is Fanlight Corporation. Fanlight Corporation also has the brand Plusrite. Plusrite is the largest HID manufacturer in the world. And so the fact that there are still HID lamps on the market are still a plus for us. There's still a lot of fixtures to be retrofitted to LEDs eventually. Our industry is always evolving. I'm not sure HIDs will ever completely go away, but I can tell you that the replacement market with LED fixtures that replace HIDs, Natural LED is on the cutting edge, and we're making sure that if we're going to lose that socket that we're selling a metal halide lamp to, we're going to replace it with the best Natural LED fixture we can.
And one last question before we end today's virtual light fair is from Justin out of Oregon. He wants to know, how difficult is the situation with supply chain, and is it improving?
Another good question. So I think the situation right now is very fluid with the supply chain. I'm sure everybody's read all about all the chip problems and the price of copper and the availability of shipping containers and the availability or the situation with 70 some odd container ships sitting outside of the Port of Long Beach waiting to be offloaded, and the transportation problem. So it's a very fluid situation right now. And to be honest with you, it's day to day. Things change day to day. I had an old boss, and I'm going to mention him here, Tom Surzak, a friend of mine, who always used to say, when it comes to inventory, it's always the Goldilocks principle. You never want to have too much. You never want to have too little. You always want to have just right. And I always used to ask him, Tom, how many companies actually are good at the Goldilocks principle? He said, none of them are, because the situation is always so fluid with so many different variables. You can never, ever get it just right. But we do our best to make sure at Natural LED that we have a good supply chain, a good breadth of product line, a good availability of stock. But I think day to day, the best way is just keep in touch with your regional sales manager. They're really in tune with what we have in stock. If they can't give you the answer off the top of their head, they'll be able to find out that answer. So our team is the best resource you have available right now. So be sure to utilize them and ask them to keep you updated on supply of products that you may need for any of your projects.
Awesome. Well, it's good to hear that. Well, thanks so much again, Frank, for joining me today and sharing all your knowledge about lighting, indoor lighting. Tomorrow we've got outdoor lighting. So for everyone who's watching today, we hope to see you tomorrow. Thank you for joining us for the Natural LED Virtual Light Fair. Be sure and tune in tomorrow, where we'll be featuring outdoor products like compact area lights, wall packs. We hope to see you then.